Hello and welcome to Unlocking Possibilities, the podcast that will help you to transform your life and or your business from the inside out. I'll be bringing to you the best of NLP and cutting-edge neuroscience of your multiple brains. I'll be exploring how these transformational coaching modalities have the potential to change your life. And if you're interested in training to coach others in NLP or MBIT, then listen out for more information about my training courses and how you can become an accredited NLP and MBIT coach. Welcome back to our conversations here about NLP, about coaching, mental wellness and resilience, and basically all the things that make us feel incredible and amazing. So I've had a little bit of a break. I've been enjoying time with my family in the sunshine in Italy and doing various other things. I know that many of us do take a well-deserved break in August, a time to reset and recalibrate our thinking, our nervous systems, the way that we operate. I love having that space and that time to reflect and recalibrate and think about what it is that I'm moving towards as we move into autumn, which brings me to what I'm going to talk about today, which is the power of self-coaching. And just as I've said, this is about helping us to move towards where we want to go, move away from what we don't want and towards what we do want. And essentially, it's about personal effectiveness, it's about mental wellness and resilience. It's about understanding ourselves better, having that awarenessing around what's important to us, what drives us, what makes us feel good and lights us up, what brings us joy and energy in our lives. And most of us are living life on autopilot. Get up out of bed in the morning, do the same old routine, the same old thing, having, thoughts whirring through our mind without us even realizing what those thoughts are, and also how those thoughts are determining our life and our behavioral choices. So self-coaching is crucial if we want to live a fulfilled, happy, energized, beautiful life. And isn't that actually what we do all want? And like anything, learning to self-coach is a skill. It's something that we have to practice every single day. It's something that we have to bring our awareness to every single day. We can't change what's going on inside of us if we are not aware of what we are doing on the inside. So, for example, if you are running that negative committee inside of you, judging yourself, being harsh, being negative about things, focusing on the things that are going wrong, presupposing that things will go wrong. If that is going on inside of you and you don't have awareness around that, then that will be determining your energy, your emotions and your feelings, and ultimately your reactions, your responses and your behaviors to things in your life. So self-coaching enables you to become more present and aware with your mind, with your body, and notice what is actually going on inside of you. And there's that saying that high quality questions determine a high quality life. So when you have more presence and awarenessing around what is actually happening inside of you, what are your thought processes? What are your feelings and emotions? What is your physiology like? What are your behavioral choices and your responses to things? When you have more awarenessing around this, then you have more choice about what you say to yourself. You have more choice about the state that you're in, about how you feel. And then ultimately, you have more choice about how you react and how you respond to things. And then that increases and enhances your resilience, your well-being, your personal effectiveness, your ability to navigate change and challenges in your life, and your ability to, live life more successfully in whatever way is right for you. So the power of self-coaching is ultimately that you learn to really become aware of what is happening on the inside, the thought processes that you're experiencing, those feelings and emotions, and you can change the ones that aren't necessarily working for you, change the ones that aren't bringing you what you want, and enhance and have more of the ones that are supporting and helping you. So, for example, if you are feeling frustrated and upset with a situation or with somebody, and the negative committee in your head is ruminating over it, is having an angry conversation, is feeling frustrated, or maybe even blaming you for what's happened, and you are stuck in this cycle of rumination and negative thinking, if you don't have any awareness of that, then you'll get caught up in this cycle of feeling frustrated and angry. Your energy might be zapped. You might feel overwhelmed and stressed. You might feel tired and exhausted. You might respond in a more snappy way, or perhaps in a more lethargic and can't be bothered kind of way. If you have no if you don't notice that that is going on inside of you, and you haven't got awareness of that, then you can't change it. So what happens is we get stuck without realizing that we are stuck. So what self-coaching supports us in doing is bringing your awareness to what is actually happening on the inside. What language are you using to describe your experience? For example, this always happens to me, or I never get things right, or I knew that that would go wrong, or oh, such and such at work is, always annoying me, or doesn't do as what they're asked, or whatever it is that you say to yourself. So what language are you using with yourself? What stories are you telling yourself about who you are, about your experience, about your life? What meaning are you attaching to things that happen when things go wrong? Do you assume that, well, that's just how it is because things always go wrong for me? Or do you say stories to yourself like, well, I knew that I would fail, or I knew that that wouldn't go in the way that I wanted? What are those beliefs that you are holding about your experience, about your life? Who do you believe you are in relation to the situations that you're in your life, in your work, in your personal relationships, as a parent? You might want a promotion at work, but you are believing that somebody else is better than you and they're going to get the promotion, or you're believing that you haven't got the skills for it, or you're believing that you're not good enough for it. Remembering that most of this processing and operating goes on unconsciously, not necessarily in our conscious awareness. So our beliefs, our identity, the stories that we tell ourselves, the things that we say about our experiences, the meaning that we attach to things that happen, are generally going on out of our conscious awareness. So what self-coaching enables us to do is to change some of that dialogue, change the experience from the inside, change the internal experience. And then ultimately what happens is we change the external experience. Self-coaching enables you to challenge your own thinking, your own assumptions, your own stereotypes, your own beliefs, your own ways of operating in the world. It allows you and permits you, if you like, to have more expansive thinking, to question what you are saying to yourself, to question the validity of your thoughts, because often our thoughts and the truths that we tell ourselves aren't truths. They are just truths that we have come to believe about ourselves and about the way that the world is and the way that the world operates. So when you learn to self-coach, you can challenge those assumptions, you can challenge those beliefs, you can question the validity of your experience and what you are saying to yourself. And then you can expand that thinking, you can question that so that you can become more open to change, more open to possibilities, more open to things being different if what you are doing currently isn't working for you. So, if you are experiencing a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of burnout, if you're experiencing difficulty in your relationships, if you're experiencing conflict, if you are not where you want to be, if you are not in the most optimum state that you want to be in, if you're not in the energy that you want to be in, if life is feeling like it's dragging you down, like you're carrying a backpack on a heavy backpack on your shoulders and on your back, if you feel like you're wading through treacle, and if life isn't feeling how you want it to feel, if you are not experiencing life in the way that you want to experiencing it, get my words out, experiencing it, then that will be because what you are doing on the inside is limiting you. The thought processes that you're experiencing might be might be limiting your ability to feel good. The stories that you tell yourself might be taking away from you the joy and that spirit of feeling good. So self-coaching enables us to be present with ourselves, we learn how to tune into our brains, our head brain, our heart brain, and our gut brain, and ask ourselves powerful questions that can move us away from where we don't want to be and move us towards where we do want to be. In actual fact, somebody shared the other day one of my posts about our multiple brains, saying that everybody needs to know this stuff because we as human beings have so much untapped potential. We really are limitless and don't realize how incredible we are. And when you know how to unlock your potential through the power of self-coaching, then you can unlock so many more possibilities in your life. So going back to what I just said there about that head, heart, and gut brain. So, neuroscience has proven that we have a brain in our head and brains in our body. And when we know how to tap into each of these intelligences, we can unlock our potential, we can make wiser decisions in our life, we can achieve our goals and our outcomes, we can improve our awarenessing of ourselves, we can improve our mental resilience and well-being, we can improve our relationships. But most of us have no idea how to tap into these intelligences and these centers within our brain and our body. We're not taught how to use them effectively. For many of us, we are heads on sticks. We live in a head world, target driven, striving, thinking, analyze, logic, when actually our intuitive knowing and our emotional intelligence is in our body. And embraining is one of the other coaching modalities that I teach. So MBIT, multiple brain integration techniques, is a coaching modality that enables you to tap into all of your wisdom for making decisions, for health and well-being, for problem solving and creativity, for taking action towards your goals. And we can all learn how to do this for ourselves every single day. We can learn to ask ourselves powerful self-coaching questions that take us into our body as well as our head to move towards where we want to go, to feel good every single day, to train ourselves to focus on our strengths and what is going well and what brings our spirit alive. Many of us are living lives where we feel flat and dull and bored and fed up and anxious and stressed and overwhelmed because we don't know how to tap into and how to unlock the potential that is within us. So we might be doing a job that isn't fulfilling us because it's not harnessing our talents and our natural strengths. We might be in a relationship that we don't know how to navigate because we're not connected with our own compassion, with our own self-worth, with our own self-confidence and self-belief. So we don't know how to connect with others because we don't feel good about ourselves. Often trauma and difficulty from the past can prevent us from connecting deeply with others. We might have even shut off from our own compassion and feelings of self-worth and confidence. You might not be taking action on your goals and dreams. You might be procrastinating because you are fearful or because you don't have an identity that is aligned with who you want to be. So I know when I was leaving teaching and I wanted to run my own business, it took me some time to lean into and embrace the identity of being a successful business owner when I'd worked in an education establishment for almost 20 years where most of my kind of day was dictated to then become a business owner and need different skills, need different beliefs, a different environment that I worked in, a different identity. It took me some time to really embody and embrace all of what that part of me and that version of me required in order to move into to make that successful for me. So in my book, Kiss Your Life, there are lots and lots of practices, simple practices, keep it successfully simple practices, coaching questions, self-coaching questions, methods and tools and ideas and concepts that can support you in being your own coach every single day. And it really does require us to train our brains to feel good, to have good mental wellness, to have, excellent personal effectiveness, to live our lives to the fullest. And that doesn't mean that challenges don't happen. It doesn't mean that sometimes things aren't difficult, because they are, and that's life. But being able to coach yourself enables you to navigate those challenges healthily and successfully. It enables you to lean into what is really important to you and live a life in alignment with your natural talents, your skills, your strengths, the things that light you up, the things that make you feel good. It also enables you to manage those risks and take courageous action towards what it is that you truly want in your life. So like I say in my book, there are many self-coaching questions that support you with this. I do at the beginning of the book talk about your three brains, your multiple intelligences. I give you some questions to support you in tapping into each of those intelligences. So for example, your head brain is about creativity. It's about the way you think. It's how you make meaning to things, how you analyze, how you bring logic into a situation. And sometimes we can get stuck in unhelpful thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing, ruminating, thinking that doesn't support our happiness and our health and well-being. So we can ask ourselves powerful coaching questions that brings the creativity of our head brain, the problem solving of our head brain, the analyzing of our head brain, that brings this alive in a way that supports a happy, healthy, successful life. So, for example, some of the questions here in the book on page 56 are, so from a head brain perspective, how can I be the most creative version of me today? What ideas and thoughts can help me to bring my mind alive and support me in creating possibilities for my life? What do I really think about this situation? What meaning am I making of it? And if you're making meaning of a situation that's not helpful, maybe there's been some conflict at work and you are blaming the other person or blaming yourself, or you're stuck in thinking that is overthinking and overanalyzing and making a story that isn't even true, then that's not going to support you in helping you to think creatively and problem solve and overcome that challenge and that difficulty. So that's some of the head brain questions. Your heart brain is about your values. What's important to you? Relationships. What are you emotionally connected with? How do you bring your values into your work, into your life, so that you are aligned and feel good and can bring the best version of you to your life and to your work and to your personal and professional life. So heart brain, what's truly important to me? What do I desire? What do I feel passionate about? And what brings my spirit alive? How can I express compassion for myself and others? And we talk in embraining about wise compassion isn't just about being compassionate towards others. It's about starting with compassion for yourself first, understanding your own needs and your own desires and what's important to you, and bringing compassion to your own suffering and your own difficulties and your own challenges, and being kind and generous to yourself, as well as expressing that in the world and being kind and generous to others. And then finally, your gut brain. What moves me deeply? What will drive me to take courageous action? What do I need to feel safe? What will bring my spirit alive? What do I need to be? Who do I need to be to make this happen? So your gut brain is about identity. It's about releasing and letting go of fears and things that are no longer serving you. And it's about taking action and overcoming that procrastination and the things that are the beliefs that might be holding you back, so that you can take courageous action and move towards where you want to go. So the embraining model, if you like, of coaching is about coaching all of your intelligences. It's about coaching the whole person, the brain and the body. And actually, on that note as well, if you're a leader, if you know how to lead from your multiple intelligences, from a place of your understanding yourself, being able to unlock all of your own potential, you're then going to make a much more effective leader, supporting other people to unlock their potential and all of their wisdom and their intelligences. So that's it from me this morning. So talking about the power of self-coaching, recognizing that self-coaching is a skill, it's something that we learn, it's a practice, it's something that we do every single day to harness all of our wisdom, all of our creativity, problem solving, compassion, courage, so that every single day we can bring our best selves, our most authentic, our most brilliant selves, our greatness to our personal and our professional life. So I do teach that modality as well to coaches and leaders and therapists. So if you would like to train in that modality in MBIT, that is a 4-day coach certification. It is in person. I deliver it at my training venue in Blackpool. The next one is in November. I can also come into your organization. If you have an organization of leaders, of coaches, if you have a coaching culture and you would like your leaders and coaches to be trained in this methodology, then I can come into your organization and run the 4-day course. where you will then become certified in MBIT coaching, which is an international organisation. There are about 3,500 MBIT coaches globally. So yeah, if you would like to know more of that, then please do reach out. If you want to come on one of my open courses as a coach or a therapist or a leader, an educator, then get in touch about the November course, or contact me and let's have a conversation about me coming into your organisation and showing you how to tap into all of these intelligences to bring about change, to bring about incredible decision making, to bring about motivation, confidence, change, and a culture that thrives. So thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for listening. Please reach out if you'd like to have a conversation with me about NLP training, about my leadership training, coaching training, one-to-one coaching, and I'd love to have a conversation. So have a great Monday, whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you really soon.